Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are tackling bookkeeping. And hey, if that word just makes you think of stress and a mountain of paperwork, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to show you how to turn all that chaos into your business's secret weapon.
So, be honest for a second. Does this shoebox look a little too familiar? You know, it's where a ton of businesses start out, but let's be real. It's a total recipe for chaos. This isn't just about being messy. It means you're probably missing out on deductions, you have no real idea what your profits are, and it's a massive headache when tax season rolls around.
But don't you worry. That's exactly what this explainer is all about, giving you a clear, super simple path out of that chaos. By the time we're done here, you'll see exactly how to bring some order and, yes, clarity to your finances, which is going to empower you to make much smarter decisions.
So the tool that gets us from that shoebox to total clarity is bookkeeping. But for a minute, I want you to forget about complicated ledgers and spreadsheets. Let's think about it in a new way, as your business's financial diary.
Okay, so the official definition you see here is the systematic recording of all financial transactions. Kind of dry, right? But that diary metaphor, that's what makes it all click. Every single time money comes into your business or goes out, you're simply making an entry in the diary. That's it. That's the heart of bookkeeping.
Now this is a big one. It's where a lot of people get tripped up. They use the words bookkeeping and accounting like they're the same thing, but they're really not. So to stick with our little metaphor, if bookkeeping is the diary, then accounting, well, that's the biography.
And this, right here, lays it out perfectly. The bookkeeper is on the ground floor, carefully recording every single thing as it happens. That's the diary. The accountant then comes in, takes that diary, and uses it to see the bigger picture. They analyze the whole story and write a summary, the biography, that helps you make those huge decisions about the future.
I mean, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The bookkeeper writes the daily story. The accountant analyzes the plot and writes the summary. You absolutely cannot have that summary without the story. Accurate daily recording is the foundation for any meaningful financial analysis. One literally feeds into the other.
So why is keeping this diary so incredibly important? I get it, sometimes it can feel like a chore, but trust me, maintaining good records is one of the most powerful things you can do for your business.
Just look at these benefits. It's not just about tracking where the money went. It's the data you need to decide if you can afford that new piece of equipment. It's the proof you need to show the bank for a loan. It's what keeps you compliant with tax laws, and it can even help you spot errors or, worse, theft. Think of it as the health dashboard for your entire business.
Which brings up a really great question. You're putting all this effort into writing this detailed financial story, but who's the audience? Turns out it's a much wider audience than you might think.
Well, first off, there's you, the manager, using it to steer the ship. But then you have investors, and they use it to decide if they should get on board. Banks, they pore over it to approve loans. The government, of course, requires it for taxes. And hey, even your own employees rely on it to feel secure about the company's stability and their jobs. This diary has a very, very important audience.
Okay, theory is great and all, but let's get practical. How do you decide what actually gets written down in this diary? What qualifies as an entry?
The key phrase you need to know here is business transaction. Basically, it's any event that changes your business's financial situation and can be measured in money. The test is super simple. Is this for the business, and does it involve money?
All right, you ready? Let's do a quick quiz. You run a cafe, and you go out and buy a big bag of coffee beans. Does that go in the diary?
Yes, absolutely. It's a direct business cost, it has a clear price tag. That's a classic diary entry, easy peasy.
Okay, now for a trickier one. And this is a really common mistake. You use your business debit card to pay your personal phone bill. Is that a business transaction? And that's a big nope. This is a critical rule, so listen up. Keep your business and personal finances separate. Even though you used business money, the expense itself is personal. It does not belong in the business diary.
All right, one last one for you. A customer walks in and pays you 20,000 Sekiolawese rupees, that's the currency of Seychelles, in cold hard cash for some of your products. Do you record it?
Of course you do. That's the lifeblood of your business, right? That's income. It absolutely changes your financial position, and it has a clear value. You write that down for sure.
So let's just boil this all down to one simple golden rule. When you're standing there, receipt in hand, wondering if you should record something, just ask yourself two questions. Is this about my business, and does it involve money? If the answer is yes to both, you write it in the diary. Simple as that. Look, at the end of the day, bookkeeping isn't just some boring task about recording the past. It's about creating a clearer, smarter, more successful future. It's how you turn that shoebox of chaos into the ongoing success story of your business. So, now that you've got the pen in your hand, what story are you going to write?